In the timeless kingdom of Egypt, where the sun pours gold onto minarets and the Nile glides like a silk ribbon through ancient memories, lived a young cobbler named Arif Munir. His shop was tucked between a spice market that smelled of cardamom and a tiny alley where cats chased the morning light. Arif was known for two things: his hands that could stitch torn sandals back to life, and his heart that quietly hoped for something more than what the world had ever handed him. One early dawn, when Cairo was still stretching awake, a woman stepped into his shop carrying a pair of worn shoes wrapped in a scarf the color of desert roses. Her name was Yusra Nafisa, a woman whose presence arrived gently, like a breeze that had passed through prayer. Her eyes carried sincerity, her smile carried serenity, and her voice had the softness of a mother comforting a child. "I heard you mend what others cast aside," she said. Arif nodded, suddenly aware of the dust on his sleeves, the simplicity of his shop, the pounding of his own heart. As she spoke, her words sprinkled the room with warmth. When she left, the small shop felt strangely bigger, as if goodness had expanded the air. Days turned into weeks. Yusra returned, not just with shoes, but with kindness wrapped in small deeds. She brought tea for the elderly man across the alley. She carried bread for hungry children. She reminded Arif to trust Allah in his quiet struggles. The sheikh listened quietly as Arif described Yusra's character, her integrity, her kindness, her humility, her devotion. The words struck Arif with the beauty of sunrise. He realized then that Yusra was not merely a visitor. She was a mercy, a reminder, a blessing clothed in human form. The next day, with trembling sincerity, Arif approached Yusra by the Nile's edge. The water shimmered like a mirror for destinies. "Yusra Nafisa," he said softly, "I have nothing grand to offer except honest hands and a heart that seeks Allah. But if righteousness is the finest joy of this world, then I ask Allah to let me walk beside such joy." Her smile was quiet, yet it radiated like a lantern in the desert night. "Arif Munir," she replied, "goodness grows only where two hearts water it with sincerity." Their marriage became a lantern for their neighborhood, a story whispered in Cairo's tea houses, a memory carried by the Nile's patient waves, a reminder that true beauty is not in wealth or grandeur, but in the righteous companionship that turns ordinary life into paradise on earth.